Good afternoon. This is how to play my version of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I should have had this out a few days ago, but I didn't realize how confusing it would be to try to teach this. But I think I worked it out. I've spent quite a bit of time with it trying to work through it. So let's get started and see what we can do with it. My version of the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald. Now you would notice there's some red and then there's some black. That doesn't mean much now, but it will become real important here in a second. All right, first phrase goes something like, all right, let's get the A flute, which is red. Let's get it out of the way. All you do with that is all four down. And that's all it does right now. So, all four down, that's your drone part for right now. On the D, which is black, right there, is the one that's going to do the work at the moment. And it goes, all right, here we go. All right, one more time. Now that, I'll do it one more time because you really need to learn that part, because that's really most of what the song is about. So let's do that one more time again. All right, learn that before you go any further, I would suggest, because when you add the A, which is red, you add the drone part, it sounds like this. Alright, that would be part one. Part two is almost identical. To begin with, the A, which is red, does this. The D takes the main melody. The only difference is, well, I'll get to that part. All right, we're going to do this. Now both fingers come in and do exactly the same thing. Now the same thing as you played in part one, but it's just both fingers move all at the same time. On the two part where both fingers move at the same time, it might look like it's hard, but what I found for me is that one hand is dominant, I forget which one, and the less dominant or the weaker hand, let's say, will follow the other hand to where you just play. And it's actually very simple. So once you learn that, and with the D flute, the main part, then you just go. All right. So this part A, part two is. Both hands. Now here again, if you've learned the melody, then this is kind of about the same thing. I'll play through it, both hands. with the D flute, but I believe it's exactly the same as part 1 and part 2. It just sounds different because now you have two flutes that are actually running in a moving harmony line. So when you add the other one, you have this. Alright, that would be part 3, I believe. Part 4, I'll play it. We're going to skip it. We're going to do it last, and then I'm going to show you the last part, and then we'll go back to part 4. I'll show you part 4 is... Part 4, I believe, is this. Alright, that's part 4. At least if my numbers are right, we'll call it 4. Part 5, which is very simple again, and this would be your conclusion. Then you just slow it down. And it's pretty much the same melody all the way through, but since you drone and then you halfway through you bring in the other one that does a moving harmony, and then you do a moving harmony on both of those, and then you'll add then you add that part, and then you slow it down. It all sounds different to the brain, and I think it makes for a pretty melody. Alright. Now this is very condensed, and we're going to get to part 4 just in a second. You may want to play part 1 twice. Then you may want to play part 2 twice. You may want to play part 3 2 times, and part 4 2 times, and the end, or then repeat part number 1 and then do the ending. Or just mix it up and play it, ever how you want to play it, whatever makes you happy. Alright, now this is what gave me the trouble, was how to establish a uniform lesson, I guess you call it that, on how to teach this without driving y'all nuts and without driving me nuts. So that's why you have the red and the black. Alright, let me bring up the sheet music, and there's no... And let me get focused. And I'm going to have to just talk you through this. If you don't know how to use pause on your YouTube, just look up how to use pause. And of course, I don't have an ink pen with me. Alright, let me go up just a little bit. And I will show a full version of this, and maybe you can magnify it. A is red, and this is your first frame. This would be your second frame. First frame you would have on the A flute, we'd have third finger down. Left flute, which is the A, you would have the third finger down. Second frame you would have on the A, which is red, and you see the A right above it. You would continue to have your third finger down. Now on the D, you'll have the 1 and the third finger down. And if you notice, the D is in black. I have D right above it, right above the A, and I have that all the way through it. Let me back up and let's do, if I can get a full view of this. Now, you may be able to magnify that and see it. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is go back in with it and just try to talk you through it, and you can use your pause. I don't think I can, maybe I can get 3 at a time. Alright, come on, be still. And of course the camera's crooked. Alright, see if I can adjust the camera. Alright, here we go. You see the right, red is A, D is left is black. And the first 3 frames would be The 3 would be, well, I'm going to do this. The 3 would be down on the A. Let's go 2 frames. All right, on the first frame, as you can see, there is the 1. The 3 would be down on the A, which is red, and the third finger on the D would be down on the second frame on the A, which you can see above the 3. The 3 is red, would be down, and on the D, which is in black, the 1 and 3 would be down. Then when you go to frames 3 and 4, oh, this is harder than I expected. Back up just a little bit. Third frame, so I'm going to teach you this 2 frames at a time. The 1 in the key of A, the 1 and the third finger would be down. The D, see the 3 on the D, the 1 and 3 finger would be down in black. Back to the 4th frame, color red, key of A, 1, 2, and 3 would be down. On the D, the 1 and 3 finger would be down. Then we're going to go to the 5th and hopefully the 6th frame. It helped because my camera wasn't crooked. Alright, on the 6th frame, 5th and 6th frame, on the red, the A, 1, 2, and 3 is down. On the D, the 1, 2, and 3 is down. They're both identical. Now when you go to the number 6 frame, on the A, which is red, 1, 2, and 3, fingers are down. The D, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are down. Now when you go to the 7th frame, on the A flute, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is down, identical. On the D flute, which is indicated in black, if it was supposed to be black, is 1, 2, 3, and 4 down. Alright, now if you learn that, and you may have to pause just to look at it, when you go to the 8th frame, red standing for right flute, which give A, 1, 2, and 3 is down. Left flute, which is a D, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is down. When you go to the 9th frame, key of A, 1, 2, and 3 is down. D flute, 1, 2, and 3 is down. Then when you go to the 10th and 11th frame, key of A, red, 1, 2, 3 is down. D, which is black, 1 and 3 are down. 11th frame, when you go to the key of A, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are down. And identical on the D flute, which is in black, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are down. And then when you go to the 12th frame, I think I did that right, yeah. When you go to the 12th frame, key of A, red, 1, 2, and 3, third fingers are down. Key of D, first, second, third, and fourth fingers are down. 13th frame, key of A, first, second, and third finger are down. Key of D, first, second, and third finger are down. Go to the 14th frame. A flute, first, second, and third fingers down. D flute, which is in black here again, 1 and third, 3 fingers down. I don't know if that's it. Nope, there's more. All right, 15th frame. Red for A flute, 1 and 3 are down. Left, which is D, 1 and 3 are down. 16th frame. A flute, third finger is down. Identical, D flute, third finger is down when you go to the 17th and 18th frame. On key of A, third finger is down. Key of D, third finger is down. 18th frame. Key of A, 1, 2, and 3 are down. Key of D, 1, 2, and 3 are down. Alright, that's it. Like I said, I'll try to give you one more time. Maybe you can magnify it on your computer and get a good blow up of it. I don't know if that's clear enough, but I'll leave it like that just for a second. You can pause your computer and maybe you can blow it up to a full screen and maybe you can get that. Alright, now this is what that, once you work through that and get that kind of in your head, then here, this is what it will sound like. And I'll try to go slow if I can get my fingers covered. Something like that. I won't guarantee it's exact, but it's real close. be the fourth part right before the finish, which goes slower. I don't know, and I've tried 4 different ways how to teach this, and I didn't come up with any that were easy. They're just like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Learn the first and second frame, then to memory, then learn the third and fourth frame, then add the fifth and sixth frame, and then add the seventh and eighth. And that, just those 14 or 15 frames, 16, whatever it is, will show you how many different combinations there are just on harmonies that you can run on 2 flutes. Lord, I hope I haven't confused you too much, but listen to the song on 4A several times before you get into this to make sure you're familiar. I suggest, I don't tell people what to do, I suggest you listen to part 4A several times so that you're familiar with what I'm trying to play and teach and drive myself nuts. All right, y'all have a good time, and